Copycat stuffed chicken breast. We got this idea from Ruth Chris. They got this crazy butterfly chicken that's stuffed with like cream cheese and spinach, and it's real good. So we are going to make it at home today. We got all of our ingredients here. We got 3 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. We have some potatoes here for some mashed potatoes, and then everything else is actually to go into the chicken. We have the spinach, the ranch seasoning packet, our sharp cheddar cheese that we're going to grate, and then we have some Philadelphia cream cheese. And then our seasonings are as follows: seasoning salt, garlic, black pepper, parsley, and thyme. We have the heavy whip here for our mashed potatoes, and then some olive oil just to coat our chicken with. So we're going to go ahead and clean our chicken off camera, and then we're going to come back and grate our cheese just so we can get some of this stuff off the counter. So let's clean our chicken and we'll be right back. So we cleaned our chicken off camera. I just washed my hands. I'm going to go ahead and grate the cheese so we can put that up and get some of this stuff out of the way. Remember, we got this cheese grater off the TikTok shop if you're interested in getting it. It takes literal seconds to grate cheese. I love it so bad. I use it every cooking video, as you guys can see. And we're just doing about, all right, so that was just an 8-ounce block of cheese that we're grating up. I'm gonna grate up the whole thing. I like cheese in mine, so it's the perfect amount. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put this out the way, put it in the refrigerator while we hook up everything else. So the most important part is the stuffing that goes inside of the chicken. All we need to do is just saute up the spinach. And I'm just going to literally put it in this pan and saute it. I'm going to let that get hot, and we're going to saute the spinach. And then we're going to mix up our we're going to mix up our spinach, the cream cheese, and a Hidden Valley ranch seasoning packet. All right, while we got our olive oil heating up, we're going to go ahead and peel our potatoes and get them to boiling. I'm actually going to cut these up a little bit smaller so that they cook faster. They're Yukon Gold potatoes, so they tend to get soft really fast. And then I'm gonna make me a drink after we get done with this. While our spinach is cooking down, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut up a rinsed potato and go ahead and put those in the water to be boiled for our mashed potatoes. And like I said, I'm just cutting them up so that they boil a little bit faster. So no real rhyme or reason for the shape that you do it. All right, our spinach is cooking down pretty fast. Don't worry about seasoning it. You can season it once you put everything in with the cream cheese. Cooking down, y'all know it cooks down to absolutely nothing. So our spinach is done cooking down. Our potatoes are now going. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this mess up, and I'll be right back. To a bowl, we're going to go ahead and put in our cream cheese and our ranch seasoning packet. Then you want to make sure that you're taking this out about 30 minutes before cooking so that it's soft. And I'm just going to mash that up with a fork. Super soft, so it just mixes really well. I'm going to also combine it with a Hidden Valley ranch seasoning packet. And we're going to also add in our shredded sharp cheddar. I know a lot of recipes opt out the spinach, but it's kind of really just your call, honestly. But I'm going to also add in some thyme. I'm going to add a little bit more cheese, and that should be good to go. So here's what the mixture looks like. It's just well incorporated. We got the spinach, the cheese, the ranch seasoning. Everything is all incorporated. We're going to set this to the side and prepare our chicken. So I did wash my chicken. So I like to pat my chicken dry once I wash it. We have a really small knife here, and I'm going to cut a small pocket into the chicken. And I'm going to do that on this side. Real small pocket here so that you can, and you want to get a little deep but not too deep, if that makes sense. So you want a pocket, literally just something just like that. I'm going to do that to all my chicken. And like I said, I'm doing it on the bigger side just because I know I can get a deeper pocket. And that's what it'll look like. This one is going to be a little rough because it's a little butchered already, but we're going to try our best to get some stuffing up in here. We did a small little pocket. Hopefully with the toothpicks we'll make that work. So I'm going to cover my chicken in olive oil. Not only does this keep it juicy, but it's also flavor. You want to just go ahead and rub that in. Get it all over the chicken so that the seasoning sticks real well. Turn it over and put it on the back as well. Okay. We're gonna wash our hands real quick. All right, we went ahead and washed our hands. I'm gonna go ahead and season with my regular seasonings that I always use. So seasoning salt, make sure you're not doing too much because remember we seasoned the stuffing as well. So seasoning salt, and I'm actually seasoning the backside first so that I can flip it over and make sure that I'm stuffing it right. So we got some garlic powder, some black pepper, some thyme, and a little parsley, because why not? We're gonna flip that chicken over and do exactly the same on the opposite side. Seasoning salt, we got some garlic powder again, and you can never have too much garlic. I am a garlic lover, okay? Black pepper, a little bit of thyme, and the rest of that parsley. Also had a little bit of ranch seasoning left, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on the top of the chicken as well, just to give it a little bit more flavor. All right, so now time for the fun part slash messy part. We're gonna take our stuffing with a spoon, and we're going to open up our pocket here, and we're going to get some of that stuffing and place it on the inside. I'm gonna make that cut a little bit deeper so we can get some more in there. There we go. Perfect. All right, we got one done. Here's the other. Just opening that pocket, getting some stuffing, and just placing it down in there. A little bit more for this one, and it closes perfectly. And then we're gonna see what we can do for this one the best that we can, okay? We're gonna actually toothpick that part up. There we go. I'm gonna actually add a little bit more to this one since we got some left. Why not? That's the best part. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick, and then we're gonna toothpick these shut so that all the stuff that we need to stay in the chicken stays in. Okay, so let's play doctor. I'm actually going to pick this back part up that we had that was all ripped up with the other. Well, we didn't mean for that to happen, but it did. Okay, we're going to just take a toothpick and take it across like that. It's kind of messy, so do with that information what you will. Honestly, I'm already over trying to toothpick them close, but we're gonna try. This one, I don't think it's gonna work. Let's see. Maybe. This one actually is doing well. Okay, that one did good. So this is what it should look like. Perfectly stuffed and toothpicked in so that the stuffing does not come out. I'm going to go ahead and actually pan sear these on both sides and then place them in the oven on 350. All right, so I'm just putting some olive oil at the bottom of the pan so that we can pan sear these real quick. All right, y'all, so we're just going to place the chicken in the skillet to sear. We're just going to do that a couple minutes on each side and then place them in the oven. I just coated the bottom of my pan with some olive oil. I'm going to go ahead and flip it. It got a good little crust on it. That's all we need, a quick little crust, and then we can put them in the oven. So a couple more minutes on this side and then we're good to go. Here's what it looks like with a little sear on it, and we're gonna place it right into our pan. Our pan isn't big enough, so I'm gonna go ahead and put those two in the oven and sear this one up and put it in a separate small pan by itself. I'm gonna put 2 little pallets of butter on top of each piece of chicken just to keep it juicy, and we're gonna place it in the oven at 350. We're gonna also put a little olive oil at the bottom of this pan for the one piece that we got left. I'm gonna go ahead and flip that. Good little sear on there. All right, y'all, our potatoes are done. We made us a fun little drink here. I'm gonna go ahead and drain this and then mash it all up. So we got our bowl. I'm gonna pour our potatoes back in here. So we did 3 big Yukon Gold potatoes. We're gonna go in with a little heavy whip. That's just a little out of the first one I had from last week. And we're gonna add some more along with a little bit of cream cheese. You can do cream cheese or sour cream, whatever your preference is. I'm not a sour cream girly, so I'm gonna add cream cheese into mine. We're gonna also add in some butter, of course. I just did maybe a tablespoon of butter. We're gonna do a little bit more heavy whip. And seasoning. Parsley, a little seasoning salt because I don't have regular salt, black pepper, and of course garlic, and lots of it, honey. I'm gonna go ahead and mix that up in our bowl. I'm gonna get a bigger spoon than that I'm actually gonna whisk this up. It's looking good already. And I'll show you in a second. Let me just get it all whipped up. And I'm just gonna go in with the fork to get the bigger chunks out. And I'm gonna go ahead and do a little taste test to see if we need any more seasoning. I will do a little bit more salt. It's nice and creamy mash. Let me show y'all what it looks like. It looks so good. The camera is not doing it any justice, but it's nice and creamy. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in our pot so that it can stay warm on the stove. It's so good. And we're just gonna keep this on the stove on low while we wait for our chicken to get done. We didn't make a vegetable because we have plenty of spinach in our chicken, so I just said we could just use that as our vegetable, and that's it. All right, friends, it should be done. We're about to take the chicken out of the oven. That's one, and here is two. I'm gonna take the toothpicks out just so we won't be making a mistake in eating those. There's a lot of juice at the bottom of this one, so I'm gonna somehow stuff this third one into this pot. There we go. It shrunk down a little bit, so we should be good to go. So we got a lot of spillage from the cheese all into the bottom of the pan, but we're gonna go ahead and plate it on up. It looks so good and juicy. Here's what it looks like. Ooh, we're gonna plate that up. Like I said, there's so much juice at the bottom. A little bit of mash. I want some of this juice. It's nice and cheesy down here. All right, guys, it's time to eat. And I'm excited because I've been waiting on this all day. I've been thinking about it at work. I'm gonna go where the cheese is. It's so good, y'all. It's so flavorful. The ranch is my favorite part, the ranch seasoning packet. I did pick the one that was all broke up. I shouldn't have picked that one, but it's okay. There's not as much cream cheese in here, but it's good. Let's taste our potatoes. I've been just eating this chicken. Nice and garlicky. It's a hit. Make sure you let me know if you make this. Please tag me. It's so good. You don't want to miss this recipe. I know I say that all the time, but this one is different. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for tuning in to Cooking with Lex, airing every Wednesday. We're going to find out some good recipes. We're going to do something different. I want to make something I never made before, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this. Y'all, it's so good. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.